Welcome back to Sports Sunday. Granite Bay hosted their home opener on Friday against Vacaville. Both teams getting week 1 wins. And how about this? Isaiah Ene's been in the salon chair and the weight room. Too strong and with the best flow in NorCal. Muscles his way out of 3 tackles there for the Tutty 7-0 GB. Vacaville trying to respond though. Here's Jimmy McNiven going deep. But, that's to the wrong team, folks. Darnell Turner Jr. with the INT. Grizz would get a field goal out of it. But the Bulldogs wouldn't back down. A little later, screen pass on the way to Tanner Boyd. This kid knows what to do with the rock. Takes this one. That's what I call yak yards right there. Score made it a 3-point game, but in the end, Grizz come out on top, 17-14. And with that, we welcome in Granite Bay head coach Joe Catolico and running back and DB Isaiah Ene, and alignment on both sides of the ball, Keith Tapawosi. Coach, we'll start with you, though. You guys are off to a nice 2-0 start after a 6-6 year last year. What stuck out to you about those first 2 wins?
Well, I think our kids have done a really good job battling and working together. These 2 guys are standouts, but we got a lot of other guys who contribute and have made it possible for us to get off to a good start against 2 good teams. So we're excited about the possibilities of where we can go.
Isaiah, I got to ask you, buddy, have you gotten a call from Head & Shoulders yet?
I have not yet. I'm waiting on that.
Still waiting on the call?
Still waiting on it.
So if I call Patrick Mahomes and I get the hookup, you go with that?
Of course, man.
Now, for you, is that like a staple of your game? Do you like going and having being recognized on the field anywhere you go?
Oh, yeah, of course. Ever since, youth football, I've always been known for, the hair sticking out my helmet. So, going through high school, I kind of feel like I had to keep that because I feel like it represents me a lot on the football field.
Now, it's kind of easy to find you on the football field because of the hair, and this year is no different. Carter Jackson, your former teammate, moving on to a different program, and now you've kind of taken over that sole role this year. What have you done in that role, and what's the difference maybe between this year and last year?
The difference is definitely the toll it takes on my body going throughout the game, going from 10 to 15 carries to somewhere 20 to 30 carries. It's a lot on the body, but, as the season goes on, I'm hoping I can adjust to it more and more, and just go from there.
I know it's early on in the season, but what does that say, do you think, just that elevated role, the trust that the team's had in you for you to be that guy in the spotlight with all the attention on you there in the backfield?
Oh, no, I got to give, all props to the team on that, putting that responsibility on my shoulders, and Coach Cat and the rest of the coaching staff for believing in me and giving me that chance. And the most I can do is just make the most of it and show them that it wasn't a mistake putting me back there by myself or giving me all these carries every game. So, yeah.
Keith and Coach, I want to go to you guys next. I want to talk about just the physicality you guys have really laid out there, holding your opponents to under 100 yards in your first 2 games. That's pretty impressive in and of itself. Is that more about attitude, or does that speak to the talent that you guys have on that front 7 this year?
I think the attitude matters a lot, just thinking in your head, before the game, just locked in, and I think the weight room really helped us too, just bully dudes, but there are going to be other teams, especially Overfeld, they're a little big too, but I think we'll be good in the weight room wise.
Has that been an emphasis for you perhaps in the offseason of just instilling that nastiness that you want on that front?
Well, I think we have a good group of kids, and like you said, they worked hard. Like Keith said, they worked really hard in the weight room, and we know we have our work cut out for us with the competition that we play. But defense is where it starts. Defense is where you win championships, and so hopefully we can keep building on that side of the ball.
Coach, we talk about this with you every single year. Your conference, your league, it's never easy.
Yep.
It's probably the toughest one in the Sac-Joaquin section, if you ask me. Maybe other people can say what they want, but when you look at teams like Folsom, Rockland, Oak Ridge, when it comes to playoff time, just how do you get through a gauntlet of that schedule? What do you do to prepare for that?
Well, we try to get the kids' bodies ready, to hold up, and it's a lot. And it's a lot to stay healthy. Last year we struggled to stay healthy. This year time will tell. But that's part of the challenge is making sure that we can stay healthy and keep our bodies out there. We feel like if we do that we can compete and have some good success and have an opportunity to really challenge in that league.
And for you guys, I would love to know, playing top-tier talent each week in the Sierra Foothill League, is that fun knowing you guys are taking on 4 or 5-star prospects that could be playing at the college level next year?
Yeah, it's always fun. Going into the week, watching the film, just seeing anything I could do to better myself playing against them. And it's always fun playing against people with just as much talent as you. Stepping on the field, you can't be scared of the 4 stars, 5 stars. Because at the end of the day, we own the football field and we're all humans. So you just give it your best foot forward, and then you got to play like that.
league play coming right around the corner, but first a non-league game against Overfeld.
Yep.
Just how would you perhaps summarize what the matchup you're expecting ahead, for the next week?
Sure, good question. We got to drive all the way down to San Jose, so it's a long drive. They've got a good program. They've got some good kids. They got some real good size. I coached there a long time ago, so I have some friends down there. So we're looking forward to it as an opportunity. Really, non-league games are an opportunity for us to try to build and get better at the things that we're doing. And so we're looking at that as an opportunity to try to help build what we're trying to do to get ready for our league season.
Keith, final one for you. What makes this year's team special?
I think just this year, like, people used to say, like, especially last year, like, we were younger, but now we're all older. I think just we got to take, like, accountability on ourselves. Like, we're not young anymore, and, like, we just got to stay, like, focused and, like, just ready for any team that comes at us. But I think all the teams will make us better, though.
We look forward to what the Grizzlies got in store for us for the rest of the season, guys. We appreciate you all for coming in through, and we'll have that head and shoulders ready for you.
The contract is going to be signed.
Yeah, it better be. It better be. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you.